The reason George Williams didn't get in the team is because he was doing it in an absolutely average, bang woeful Wigan side.
Which made it more impressive.
No, it didn't. It just meant he was buried under that pile of shit going around him. That's why you've got to let this fucking go. He's a good player. The rest of them were garbage.
Number 4.
Many of them. All right, average.
There's points being made. That's fair. Number 4. I don't know if you've worked out any order yet, but number 4. I've made my way into the England squad.
Right.
Despite giving away the most handling errors in Super League this season, 52 in my 29 games.
Right.
I was at least the top try scorer for my team and joint second in my team for assists. Who am I?
Percival.
It is Mark Percival of St Helens.
Oh, there you go. Mark Percival. This is going extraordinarily well.
It's going, yeah.
I haven't worked out the order though yet.
Oh, right, okay. Have a think about the teams rather than the players.
I see, okay.
Number 5.
Right.
Of the 25 players who didn't manage a single tackle bust in Super League, none of them played more games, 7, or had more carries, 52, than I had. It's no wonder that I was shipped off to the Championship with Halifax for most of the season, really.
Oh, God.
Who am I?
Oh, this is going to stump me, I don't know. Is it a Wigan? It must be a Wigan player. I'm thinking. It's a Wigan player.
You're close with your thinking, but it's not a Wigan player.
Oh, right, okay. I don't know. Go on, who's this?
It's Michael Seo of Wakefield.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. That's it, yeah, Mikey Seo. Okay, no worries.
So, number 6.
Yeah.
I'm the only player who made more than 150 metres per game who played double figures games.
Right.
In my first year playing at this level.
Okay.
Overall, I was 6th in total metres, 9th in total breaks. Who am I?
Are you Tom Davies?
I am Tom Davies of the Wigan Warriors.
There we go.
He wasn't shit.
No. No, it was good.
None of our wingers were.
None of your wingers were shit. Get the ball. Yeah. How many of that was from returning kicks? Go on.
For him, a lot, yeah. Excluding hookers, no forward scored more tries, 14, or tries per game, 0.6 per game,
Right.
so 3 in every 5, than me in Super League this season. Who am I?
So I go through that again, because I'm trying to work it out. Just start again with the stats. No forward.
No forward scored more tries, 14, or tries per game, 0.6 per game, than me in Super League this season. Who am I?
Oh, see, I'm confused about who finished where now. Are you Seb Ikahihifo?
I am not.
Ah, who are you?
I am Ben Murdoch-Masilla, the
Murdoch
£175,000 man.
BMM. There you go. Okay.
So, number 8. So this rounds out the top 8 of the Super League table. I played in every one of my team's Super League games in what for me was a bit of a breakout season as predominantly a starting hooker in 2017. The downside was that I conceded more penalties with 37 than any other player in Super League. Who am I?
Cruz Leeming.
You are, I am. You
I
are
am.
correct.
We are Cruz Leeming. Hashtag we are Cruz.
Okay.
Superb. Okay.
Number 9. I couldn't lead my team into the Super 8s, but I secured my England squad spot, helped by having the best tackle success of anyone who played more than twice in Super League this year. 98.5% success rate from my 523 tackle attempts in the 17 regular season games I played.
Oh, God.
Who am I?
That's not who I thought it was going to be then. He's in the England squad as well. Okay. Are you Chris Hill?
I am Chris Hill, yeah.
Oh, very good.
Number 10.
Okay.
There wasn't another player in Super League who played more than once that had more penalties per game than me, showing Super League audiences that I had lost none of my grubbery during my 8 seasons away from the competition.
Fair enough.
Who am I?
Are you Greg Bird?
I am Greg Bird.
Very good.
Okay, number 11. Of the 34 players who played in Super League this year and weren't penalised, my 13 games was the most played without conceding a single penalty. Not bad when you consider that I played for the team that gave away the most penalties, and I'm a hooker, so expected to defend the middle of the field. Who am I?
Are you Liam Hood?
I am Liam Hood.
Hey.
Yeah, squeaky clean Hood.
There you go, look at that. All right.
Okay, finally.
Finally.
I found myself being in the embarrassing position of having the worst win percentage of any player who had more than 10 appearances in Super League this season, only getting the winning feeling once in the 11 games I played. That win was the first win my side managed in round 7, away at my former club Lee. Now I'm back off in the Championship next year to play for a new club, but with a familiar coach after 1 year in Super League. Oh, who am I?
Oh, I don't know this. I'll know when I hear it probably, but... You know, when you start these questions, I was trying to think who could he be talking about before you started reading the stats out. So I'm going Danny Craven, listing players.
I couldn't find a way of doing it about Danny Craven without making it up, which
without making it
actually
obviously
everything
exactly.
Is about Danny Craven.
So it's obviously a witness player, but I don't know. Who am I?
Tom Armstrong.
Tom Armstrong, right, yeah.
Right.
So that's alright, I got 3 wrong.
Yeah, to sort of finish off this area of the show, I'm going to do the good side, bad side 2017 edition. So before we've done it with like most penalised, most errors and that sort of thing, but this is like combined, because I do that combined stat now with most positive impact plays, tackle busts, cleans breaks or successful offloads versus most negative impact plays per game, missed tackles, errors or penalties. So at fullback in the positive impact side is Zach Hardacre. He has 6.4 positive plays per game. At fullback on the negative impact side was Tony Gigo. Not just because he wasn't there a lot and that had a big impact on his side, but because he had the most 3.3 per game of any fullback.
It takes some doing that, doesn't it? when you're barely there.
On the wings, it's Mahe Nua with 5.6 per game and Corey Thompson with 5.1 per game being the most positive impact plays.
Okay.
The players with the most negative impact plays for the wingers' bad dream team is Mahe Nua with 3.6 and Corey Thompson with 3.1.
Which just goes to show you can prove anything with facts, can't you?
So, which side of the coin?
Lies, damn lies and statistics. So.
In terms of the centres, the most positive impact plays was Mark Percival, 6.8%, and Chris Inu with 5.4.
Wow.
The most negative impact plays was actually Chris Wellen with 4.8, and Chris Inu with 4.3 per game. So Chris Inu is a...
It's barely worth having Chris Inu at your team, is it?
It's a good play. Well, you've got a net of one positive play per game.
You've got a net of 1.1.
Yeah, at standoff. This is just going to be giving you numbers, Tom.
Okay, that's fine because the numbers probably bear this out.
The most positive impact plays per game standoff in the competition this year was George Williams with 5.3 positive impact plays per game.
Great. The
standoff in the most negative impact plays per game this season was Albert Kelly with 5.4 negative plays per game. If you watch through, you'll see that that's the most.
Yeah. But what I would ask you about, what I would ask you though is what was Albert Kelly's positive number?
Well, it was obviously lower than 5.3.
I'm certain it was, but what do you know what it was off the top?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I know that he had a negative overall.
Yeah, okay.
So at scrum half was Richie Myler, 3.6 positive plays, and
giving Leeds Rhinos fans a taste of what they can expect.
Exactly,
next year.
you're going to get some good. Scrum half for the negatives was Josh Drinkwater with 4.3. In the forwards, obviously Seb Ikehefo had the most positive impact plays of anyone all season with the ridiculous amount of tackle busts and very high offload count too, 8.8 per game, and Adam Cuthbertson 6.5 per game. Then in terms of the negatives, Liam Watts with 3.9 per game and Jamie Acton with 3.4 per game. I guess they were all penalties.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's 3 players so far in our dream team that were also in the negative plays team. It shows, doesn't it, that mistakes don't mean as much maybe to observers as they show on the numbers. At hooker, Darryl Clark had the most positive plays, 4.2 per game. Aaron Jeremiah had had the most negatives, 3.9 per game. Then in the second row, it was John Bateman with 6.1 and Josh Jones with 6 per game. He tons of tackle busts for Josh Jones. And then in the negative side of things, both with 4.5 negative plays per game, was Mark Minicello and Justin Horrow. Then at loose forward, Joe Westerman was the best with 4.5 positive plays per game for his side. And Adam Milner had 4.8 negative plays per game to be the member of the negative side. So there you go.
There you are. Just based on stats.
We'll throw up some interesting stuff. That's
we do throw up interesting stuff. Absolutely. And if you want to make a comment, we're going to be checking out Twitter and Facebook based on everything that we've just done.
Switching it off now.
Well, there you go. I'll be intermittently checking Twitter to get your feedback on that ahead of one of our World Cup shows, I'm sure. But just to have a final word on this, thanks for everybody who, whether you've contributed once or whether you've contributed every week, to the Super League pod. You are what makes this show, and it would not happen without you. If it had died on its arse, it would have been because it was just you and I talking into a dictaphone. The fact that we've been going for 4 years is testament to the contributions of our listeners, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, and it's the thing that drives us, really, to enjoy ourselves.
There you go, absolutely. Okay, so that's part 1 of episode 164 taken care of. I suggest you strap yourselves in and get downloading part 2 of episode 164, the season review show.